league table no na second after mediama.
Oh, which Urefiana. Urefi say they are best start this season, you know. If you are a lot of your prediction, you be catch it.
Say Adriana recruitment no more, you know.
Put Kotoko house aside. The big mentions are this year league no. Omube compete pa. To me, Mediama, Adriana, Samates,
and Lions,
then Heart of Lions. Me catch it. And I told you,
the teams are bony hands, you know.
They are doing well.
Oh, me now tough for him.
You see, Rich.
Mediama, Adriana, Lions, Samatex.
Yes.
And Sana has in power.
You see, who say, Saturday last time, Mr. Edmonaka frame. Rich. Obi Mayesono. Ebi wo ha ye nyini no. Net teams be I nei omoye competitors. Ewa abochire. No omoye competitors o. But with correct investment, with football knowledge, I the manage investment no. With omo community base, our galvanizing, no more infusing ye. They are able to create a team that gradually becomes a house name in the league. And no be the Adriana by you know. Rich and maybe yes, is the Adriana na team a friend Adriana. But when they came, who they were no more bobo see.
With their support of
yes, omoto players. No more the late coach Albert. Abba quality coach. Na almost supporters no. A create a certain atmosphere. Be say team ne ye dia. Aha ye be support am na ye. Gradually, Rich, they won the league. Nancy ya media ma ye bi. Nancy ya sabates aye bi. Nancy ya baby any go stars aye bi. Enti eye some job for senior City, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain. Omu peja with so omu chase omu wasika and they have what it takes to be big boys, you know. Those places in accept you, Rich. We must also start to accept these clubs. Say, the Omoyeno. Say, the Tutuya Kotoko has as well. Rich, they are also doing things that per Ghanaian standard, big boys, And so, Rich, once you start to do that, nobody should take you off the conversation.
Sure.
You every conversation. Adriana, last time Bechechi say, Rich, there is a mining consignment in Adriana now. Doma assassin so. And the people they've given the mining consignment to as a traditional council are the same people like Taxiomo to run the club.
This guy,
and see, once there is money, they just need expertise. And they picked our brother Atapokumu and Yenya Setamuaku, video photographer, and look at the way they are branding their team. And see, if the investment is there and the right people are there to guide the investments, Rich, but with time, we will see a whole resource. Look at the investment Moses Amapaka, Mediama over the years. And look at the human resource that they have. Now, there are people you know you don't know they work for Mediama. And look at some of this. Yes.
As
the man Edmond Aka, Yenya Paula Yamba.
These are the players.
Yes, these are quality people. Got the investment, you know. It's rich. Look, football, no, and yet emotions in any past glories in BMO. It is what you do today, and it will get you the results. It will get you the results. Obi Obabe system no mubiano had this background, carefully calculated, planned. Then they are able to roll it, and they become big boys. It's why don't you accept them?
Kotoko ne Ayala na bon head of the game no and a coach Karim Zito. Or since say there because after omo exit no man recover. Omo di kushia Ayala. Inti Karim Zito na environment games no ho enkomo ojumedi so.
It wasn't easy, but we have to recover because it's part of the moment and then we are out of it. We should face the reality and then come and prepare well for the league. if we want to go back again. So you can't be crying whereas the league is still going on. So I think by now, I think the executives came and then the IMC chairman came, talked to them, I also talked to them. So far so good, we are working towards the league.
Okay. Enti eno eye coach de makuma asante Kotoko Karim Zito. Ose after say work e share omo free African mu no. Ono ankasa personally ani mpanifo mu da Kotoko team na no any players na share aka chom so Africans ensem no omo fanto omachi. Omo ye de anzi omo free. Now say Kotoko person omo say akobo Africa ni biemu a league no ne betimi do omo akọ. League no so no e say o ya de asa no wetimi de akọ Africa. Enti de see e bia no ni players na kasa say omonfa ento omachi navi. Now the focus should be on the league and Emranteno. And so from the old hunini bibiano ofu say omo a recover kama omo de behia aye kawela na bibia aye kama and so e di amama abrante jawu say players no they all can e di ama supporters am so beba stadium na no eni na fi yemfa and start in discussions no.
Going to this game now, because I prepare very well. We have nothing than to win. Yes, we're tough, and every game I become be Arsenal. It taken in a good faith. Because a game we need. Yes, we are prepared very well. That defeat, we are not happy with it because the way you consider goes because playing God in the and Yakasa. So going to this game now to be different.
I said other country supporters ahead of this game.
I'm pleading them to come with their numbers because Sunday we are going to deliver for them. Sunday we are going to win. It's a must win.
Okay. And Tijau Vitiano no or say Nyami Adoma or China de a must win. I won't be disappointed a supporters no. And you a supporter na all bastard you my fashion team say Kumase Asante Koro Nyami Adoma or Mesha Kavila Kovi. Misha sent for Ghana Premier League. Baby episode dear Shazibia.
Rich, and I was not impressed with the Bechem game, no. Because I was in the Bono region, I was following it keenly.
Okay.
It was not good. Which generally, Coach Isaboche, he's under a lot of pressure. And I will not be surprised, says he see nations for Apamo
Kasim
Mengo, no, they'll take him back. And when we didn't come to Twebio Bechem.
And I granny discuss.
Yeah, we didn't come to Twebio Bechem. Nanada Kwamo Kachem say it's possible. So, Beba, the current person in charge of communications telling me say there are communications that's going on very well. One senior Kasimengo goes back because the current coach is under a lot of pressure. But generally, a game because that game between United match, a lot of wasteful chances. You're finishing 0-0s, 1-0s. You're too much in the Ghana Premier League. Maybe because you're jumping the formative stages of football, and all of us are focusing on the top level in Tino. We fail to have coaches that teach these players how to create and even bury chances. And it cuts across.
And it's true.
Look at Ediana who are second on the league, Hearts of Folk who are top, who are part of the top teams now. All of them, they struggle to score consistently.
Yeah, system now because you need strikers.
Yeah, apart from just striking.
You
creative people, like I said, the general creative sense, final third for them. Who are able to create too sporadic. Be now able to 3-0, be 2-0, be too sporadic, and we need to find a way to look at Sani, man. Which, yeah, Kotoko would have to go on with the season with the idea of building a strong squad and reinvesting that better Amosikan. I think Kotoko have managed to now align on my fans. So back last game, catch up say the thing Kotoko has to do, and they say whatever the amount of money was, if they can put it out, fine. If they don't want to put it out, they should align the fans as to why they took the money. I think now the fans are aligned. Especially, I think on Monday, a publication was, especially in my absence, now everybody saw said these are the figures involved. Realize
they're good money.
This is money that Kotoko could never have turned down, especially from the player side. He can't turn it down. And Rich Utia, and I don't pay. Neither Kumudin come on. Some of the things that have come up is that Hamza Atta is gone. Samba and Dongani O'Neill wants excess of about 3,000 USD a month. Can Kotoko pay 3,000 USD when they play in Ghana alone with a number of gates posted so Munyan? Because that's the only proper source of revenue for the club apart from selling of players. Can they pay Samba and Dongani O'Neill Mind you, when you're 3,000 USD, 3,000, yeah, Samba, they can pay Samba. But once you pay Samba 3,000 USD, the ripple effect of other players demanding same amount or even similar, it's there. I know you might have one come with salary, but it will come out.
Sure. Obi to say, come to Africa.
Yeah. So all of these monies that the players can take on are a big deal. Kotoko needed to take the money to reinvest. Alright, baby, a team never could do. It's also about the smart reinvestment of those monies and letting the supporters know. Now, we have to understand that as a 2 year boss, any short term, we can never get onto the level of the North Africans in a year or 2 years. It will be a case same who. It's going to be a consistent, constant effort to slowly bridge the gap between us and the North. And there. So in getting that better more money, it's important that Kotoko reinvest the money.
You're North Africans, that gap no more be a man. You're chair to close it
because he has started the job in earnest. And the money once you start and you have an idea that this is where you want to go to, then you start bridging the gap with a crack.
Okay.
Because for a very long time, Rich, we constantly lived in past glory. And Bekacho, it was even same for Black Stars level. Where they say, and your first year players in automatically say the game is not like that again. I've said it, for me, in terms of pure talent, they are not better than us. I don't see his key is not he's exposed, so there's a lot of confidence. Into because he has seen it before. But maybe a talent is not the rich, it is like today. If I'm exposed and I get to the level of certain media organizations, and you bring me to Nhyira, I've seen it. Maybe I've never read on a teleprompter before. But that didn't make teleprompter. The first few minutes I'll fumble. It takes my talent as a presenter to get it right. But Obi who teleprompter is animal. Ebia minimum money yachino. But it's exposure. So it is slowly time to start building. And Kotoko need to start from here. I say Coach Karim Zito say he has been able to get the team, the boys back, and they'll be able to go into Ghana Premier League and go and score. But on the local scene, we expect that Kotoko has enough quality to get the results that the fans demand of them. Still fans in my back, sir. And now it looks as if hopes is beginning to get lost. What do they have to do again? Because first, a team named She, but on the local scene, Kotoko She.
As in so She. Still now fans in the stadium.
Empty stadium. Yeah. Still, the fans don't go. It's an economic situation in a ding. And now I said, ding. Because it's that crash.
Problem.
Yeah, Rich. It's like
a problem. We are starting kitty. You are questioning time. I say, yeah, said pay attention to it.
Yeah, people are not
coming. In kakran. I do love what I empty stadium.
People are not coming. Like you say, in the industry, you see a few things. To say in the last week, me who's at the Safona Sheda, almost super class ni promo. From maybe 2 weeks ago, into call YouTube now for it almost almost year promo or hodom, almost year promo kakra just so that they can start it early. But still, we have a long way to go. Which
our stakeholders of the game, no.
It's all of us.
But together,
it's all of us. Rich,
we need a solution to it.
It's all of us, and we all have a role to play. We as journalists, sports people themselves, the integrity of the game. We need to constantly put it together. That comes together to become a huge pack of them.
Because you're Kotoko fan. First, they now the you and say, oh, team no Kokran said who play via or no team no man result.
I also think
now team at the acquired to the levels of 4 foreign players don't back. Team need a result now so omunya into cost stadium.
But Richard Fee. You see, I get. Okay, I read you something. Maybe I can't say that word, but a shame bufu kakra. When it is look, in Nhyira FM, we took this subject to the next level. I'm a national conversation. Rich, we didn't end it with Nkomodie. We went on to do a certain research. Yeah, research we are findings. How we collaborated with number one crime. Did a forum, invited sports minister and FA Gauka. Rich, till today.
To the extent that you could share Kotoko for crowds at the moment.
Obi Afrel has Obi Afrel, whether from the ministry, from the FA, and a club level, say, enka opese oba no beji insight on findings, because that will give him practical solutions. Obi anye. Apart from Nkomodie on radio, where Obeti say communication members of clubs, coaches, players, and say we are 2 and South supporters, na say attendance in what again have they done? They've not done anything. And Rich, look, young come to your home. But every problem in Tiango Fonko Stadium, we know. In our research, down because yes, I'm going for Embrabium, near Melisty, and no man go for see Nutina Stadium Kona Yankono. Rich, be BNY, you be discussed already about Machina, and you captured in that document. Economic reasons, Fiifi also. You are talking about player quality, a woman. Is it about organized support?
Within the security.
Is it about stadium, the way it was here, environmental fact? And dear Bena, any research in media barrier. And say from the ministry to the FA to the clubs themselves, we are serious in tackling the issue. Rich, we have at least a foundation paper. I have highlighted problems, any and who solutions. Actually, say at the end, you take it one by one, craft some operations around it, and see whether a normal end starts a penny or not. Rich, we've gone beyond radio discussing on this subject matter. And to me, I'm not comfortable discussing it anymore. Say a real solution there. Your first subject way every radio so that I was see who action on the grounds. And no more and go for a chairman of Suwari. After the presentation to the Kotoko supporters, Debia was Shamia or CEO Ayala. I will want your document. Let me see your chairman. Some of them may be ame. Say opa ending komo. Yes, Metiasiasa the run up to the elections. Emma chairman you busy. But Rich, since the chairman we need the election, me on frame that. He has not, and I mean tell me who ni baby aka say oh chairman frame you no say so solution me no mo be. And how are they attempted it? Internal permit you need a cool laugh. I was a church as a movie say the attendance no encouraging. Yate lawyer Safuduku okay. Me say I say me refi game. The last hard game at home our class was stadium. Draw. I think no baby any go stars.
Yeah, go stars. Yeah.
So game number 2-2.
2-2. Yeah.
Has baby any go stars. Has a unbeaten this season in the Premier League. Obian show standing poko last season. I think Has is on around 10 to some 11 matches unbeaten. Has a big game. It's a baby any go stars. Stadium empty. Obian koshe. In some way a life was some and can find it here. Nobody wants to gather around and say, let's have solutions. Then I presentation or Accra. Ora Kujofiano, then Gaka chairman, was there. Ora Kujofiano was involved in all the discussions we had on Joy FM, in Shy FM, Bebia. your real program, no 1 or 2 course Ayala, we will sit down then we ABC Mr. Ansa Ababe overtaking as the Gaka chairman now. What have they done?
Gaka no. Still now clubs need to know.
They are functioning.
It
is because they are not doing anything. Enrich me. Tell me on.
Kaka the some for the welfare of the class.
One way on. So okay say you would take no crack cannot to a bigger level. One will be teaching on call for now. So look, even institution is a swag. Rich, since swag existence as Sports Writers Association, catch me one advocacy in sports or my papa come na eboam. Catch me one advocacy. I say, sa campaign with it was led by swag. And I changing the narrative. It is not there. I find it very, very difficult. Say, this person come on. It's as if we are expecting too much change, but we do too little for that change. Kasana. Look, and then when I was listening to Fiifi more laugh, I picked a certain policy. They are saying, say, and it is true. Rich, say to me say, the reality of Ghana football today. Sikenti yabaya feeder clubs to work money, Ali Benghazi money, Simba money, those clubs in the are. They're rich. What do you see when Obia ne I don't want to use philosophy. Ni model. How they running a club? Say or what is the fundamental principle signing back on here? Long-term contracts. Because all funny back on him say, oh no, a bed in part to hold on to, sir, any pay when obey Jewela. Say, or policy no be nicer. On him say, on to me maintain on the club.
And youth development, and say,
and say, if any, the reality from every management meeting be a club, be a kubia. And I say, we don't have enough resources, Sika, and we're leaguing to hold on to Samba Ona Albertamua Mukwala Mone Omo Sanimua. Then, Rich, it must give you the direction of your policy. For you to know, say, and your free necro, you sign players 2 years BM. You sign players 3 years BM because we need to go long-term contracts. Say, in the process of polishing you, say, Osuabana, we will still have 2 years B. We will still have more than 1 year B to find clubs. I want negotiation power. To reinvest in our club. Rich, what official is so? Clubs B say FC Porto. Club B said Dortmund. Club B said Norgeland. Club B said Real Sociedad. Rich, what is so much I play 2 years da? And see that. Say, when Chelsea buy or changing the face of the model to say we want to build a young squad a year for the future. Rich, what is a Chelsea assigned player every 2 years da?
5 the least.
So your reality, your analysis informs your policy. And now me know say Peter Amiduakwa, Samba O'Neil, Ablo, the others. Omunyina contract. Kotoko asweti Mo Kamara. Contract you are nesa. And they are only playing. Some of them are only playing their second season. But contract ne who? And unim. And you place no mutimodi. But Rich, the fact of the matter is they say, how much Kotoko L2 Musisiano? It doesn't build their future for them. And make us say their agents are Omakache or say, Masa, born away. Me do Tanzania.
Man, Jama, Ukraine, 10,000.
You get it?
But how will
so me do Rwanda. me do Ethiopia countries like Bobodino any of them me do twem kwala me do Algeria, Egypt any idea usika wo beche no wo de toto de woji wa hanu a aka se de allowance bi na woji rich why na yin nipa sa situation we okumwa se nyanya atwom na ye be ye already so a wo be ka che nipa ko ne se ontena no mo club ne ma
na players mu league ni nche na mu ya na mu tukan na mu nsua de na players ko no onyere
but
enjoy kan onyere
that is why Kotoko have to look out for their interest. Meaning na me catch need that cause say 2 years as for 4 years as a more I remember about a year or two ago I said this thing here. So you can't sign a player contract for 2 years. Rich. Oh, I think I was signing player contract 2 years. Do we know 2 years? 2 years, they're 24 months pay. 24 months pay.
And even in football seasons,
and player be all crowd signing and I know be
yeah. And you see that
I live in Gaza money you mukade. The unse Fiifi so what to say? You say Abetama go say 2 years. Every year be our gise. Their football season is 10 months.
Yeah.
10 months. 10 months a year. So it's about 20 months.
Yeah.
About 2 years.
Yeah. So you can imagine, Rich, and the uncertainties with football. You mentioned injury. Imagine, it is not enough. I always say this thing. It is not enough. The problem is that, Rich, the BS can. You see, that's I keep on saying this. And then I'm be saying that. So you don't buy most of the Kotoko boys from abroad. Otomufria. Ekromasi Kotoko power in terms of salary than all of these people. And Mika was surprised. Say Kotoko Timi will be 4,000 cities. One man aside 2 years. Hey, Rich, do you know the number of workers that get 4,000 cities in this country? I'm not saying it's okay, but when you are getting this rich, you bia, uko you bia. Na nipa no for you money himself old company of about 1,000. About just over 10,000. We HR 10,000. 2,000 cities. Or double 100%. It also bano. Do that when the pana come general. Not for general money 4 years. 4,000, 5,000 decent amount of money. But in Sahono, put a clause somewhere, a +1, whereabouts be 4 years. Now make sure about because I heard Frederick Asari went for free.
Go free.
Sat down, watch Frederick Asari to go for free. We sat down. Freddy say, which Molamte went for free.
Yeah, we are not bubble.
Yeah.
0 Ghana cedis.
Free.
0.
Yeah.
And you're talking about players from national team so.
Which?
So you limit you to just 3.
Yeah.
Frederick Asari on your national team. It's now on the CV so. Mukwala no about national team on the CV so. Richmond Lamte ko Afcon ne on the CV so.
You don't allow that to happen.
Because some contract are very.
Yeah. Rich into 6 months into it. Rich me say Chelsea Kepa Arrizabalaga had 1 year. Omo catch and say before you go on loan, you see sometimes people say oh Chelsea money omo no more ya the bone any ade. Omo uncle Raheem Sterling. You send an extension before you go. Do you know what they did to Benjamin Chilwell? Okache Benjamin Chilwell say all right off the contract unless Benjamin Chilwell go and play for Strasbourg. Any 0 because you tioka. Uji sign on fees. And the last time on Twitter, somebody was asking, every player in the world will take some level of sign on fee. And you automatically get the mouse. Boom.
The more
all of these things you take. It's Kotoko should look out for its interest because maybe a player agent. That's why sometimes the emotional argument will not hold. Because player agent, like Ayala is saying, he's looking out for the player. On no player in the year, they don't pay.
I bet I'm on a salary as 2,000, right? 20,000.
20,000 is our 200,000 guys. 2 million.
Abrante, hey, power.
Origin every month.
$20,000.
Yes.
10 months.
Yes. Origin 10 months. Imagine the amount of money.
So to me,
they say 1 month salary no.
Odi Eradinian and
assistant bravo.
Rich Eradinian and Dona says cano. Odi origin for 3 years. 1 month it be a bit me as a few for near the other between. But the origin for 3 years consistent. His life has changed.
And Mayor Rev say 2 years now was saying. From 20,000 or around a second year, not still.
Or the extra.
Or just 25.
Another 500 sabe.
Yes, now Rich, you see.
Wait a minute, try no before I bet no. When you say me play be a me money. Or ball sa area on na me need income. Also Rich. Oh no, salary room from San Count. Oh yeah. Because sa mo game we are winning bonus in here no.
Ona grab now. $10,000.
Also do our team run or TV shows, you know, actually no bobo pa 20,000 no the actual quack. To salary no concra. It will be fairness can I do.
So the handlers of Kotoko should look at the interest of Kotoko. That's all.
We are not saying here, say, Omo handle Kotoko, Omo handle house. Omo right in the thick of managing football clubs. No, Omo are incompetent. That is not what you are saying.
No,
because I thought they be on rich. Say open situation now. Now what's na negotiation table no so da. It is different from sitting in the comfort of air condition.
Sure.
Now what can one say? Yes. And me, I always recognize that. So sometimes the air you know too comfortable. But when you are there, it's difficult. But what we are saying is Rich, yeah, brabo ku enimu nyina no. Na abrabo chire nyansa. Na my lessons bia ebema yetimi take better decisions in the future. Enti no kra ebi atama ye fa sambo na ye fa blomo ye fa players no. The reality is that because you are not even paying them $10,000 almost and tiasia ma won sign almost 4 years yet tiasia. But what we are saying is that you too consistent say Rich yenisi kentino. Your players no omo say omo try and change. Omo try and change no. Rich a time omo blow no. Ye dey platform na ma omo ya mo training pitch ya mo baby ada ya mo matches abo ya mo jesi na se ya build omo din no. Time omo so aba pa no. That time no more contract na wu. No more ko. And it doesn't have to be a case to case situation. Say a policy there. Then a policy. And the auto project I'm a player. For instance, Kotoko Samba way. Whoever recommended Samba to Kotoko. When they started negotiation, you tell him
the policy need.
Yeah, they over Kotoko. But Kotoko na me do kono. Even say me akosi apian po na me de wo kwa. Say me meet the Kotoko border. Minti mi ko kan chom so me hu play bi po ni bobo ye friend Samba. Ye scout na recommending my omno no me sign 2 years. Samba, I hold your work on. The policy is that for even players at say no. Ukwa won't mean sign less than 4. And to tum dia then we move. Say 1 year to dia because Rich ye tue mutaya. We will get 1 or 2 exceptional cases. Me but say a policy there we can be rest assured about 80% of the squad near Kotoko no any has any other clubs no will have the least 4-year contract. So Sadia we know so after 2 years
even in all of that Kwano we can also be creative for foreign players. Searching foreign players on sign 4. Even more 3+1 but it's in the contract say Obo first on us half of the contract now. All of us have to decide. So now from at this time they will start your estate.
We need to be creative.
3220 83581 83581